Welcome to the TwoBagsFull channel. I'm Shanghai. And yes, I'm back. I know it's been a while. Who would have thunk it that the first post in 2024 would be in May? We're going to get back to doing the Warthog Wednesday program here on the channel. We're going to start it this month, and God willing, we're going to do it every Wednesday for the foreseeable future. Today, I'm just going to kind of introduce a segment that I've been threatening to introduce on the channel in the past, and that is the Momentarily Mental segment. I want to preface this by saying I'm not a mental health professional. If you need a professional, get one and take advantage of the resources that are available for you. I like what my buddy Mover says, don't turn a temporary problem into a permanent solution. So if you're thinking about hurting yourself, call 911. You'll get emergency mental health help by first responders. They'll treat you with dignity and respect and get you the help that you need. If you're a veteran, you can call 988 and get the mental health resources that you need through the VA as well. I've availed myself of those. They're wonderful, and I encourage you to do that if that applies to you. I want to talk tonight about establishing a balanced life, maintaining a balance in life. I've not been very good about this in my life, I'll admit. I've let things like career dominate my life to the detriment of other things like faith and family. These things can kind of... There's nothing wrong with getting after something. Nothing wrong with throwing yourself into something that's worthwhile, whether it's a career or community or family or faith. But you can't let those things control you, and you can't let your identity be defined by your career or anything else. So something that I've done in my life, and I've gotten some professional counseling about this issue. It'll kind of maybe help explain where I've been the last few months as well. But one of the things that I kind of established on my own is probably not super unique, but it kind of helps me put these things into context, and that's called the elephant list. So kind of has this premise that if you were the guest of a chieftain of the village in Africa, and you're his honored guest, you're his great friend, and he gives to you the biggest elephant in the herd for your meals. Well, how do you eat that elephant? Well, of course, the right answer is one bite at a time, right? So one bite at a time. So what I've kind of come up with is something I call the elephant list, which I've not been very good about doing always, but I've gotten back into it recently. I'm going to try to make it a part of my daily routine, and that is to create a list of just a few goals. You know, you want to have the big goals, the yearly goals, the every 6 month, the 6 month goals, the monthly goals. But then every day, just write, maybe 3 things. 3 things that I can do today that will be a bite of my elephant. 3 things today I can do that will get me towards those goals. And if you do just one of those things, just one thing, you've taken a bite of that elephant, and you've started to accomplish those goals. Another important thing on my elephant list is at the bottom, I've got a list of people who today I will stop eating my elephant to help them eat their elephants. My kids are on that list. They don't need much help eating elephants these days. They're grown, successful adults. Got a few friends on that list. I used to have a lot of people. I could just make a huge list of people, and I could add to it every single day. But you can't do that. You can't help everybody. It's okay to say no once in a while, because you got to eat your own elephant. And if you don't, the consequences can be depression. They can be anxiety. They can be fear. They can be physical issues, and of course mental health is all wrapped up in that. It's an important topic. We got way too many veterans committing suicide. We got way too many people that are depressed and lonely and afraid and just out of sorts. I've never been one of those people in my life to say, hey coach, I don't understand my feelings, I need some help with that. There's a stigma attached to it that shouldn't be there. I think it's getting better in the military, hopefully better in society to some extent as well. But we got to keep working on that and letting people know that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to be uncertain about things and need some direction and guidance. I hope the elephant list is something that maybe will help you. One of the things that I've often gotten a little too involved in is community work as well. After the military, got involved in private business and a lot of community activities, and they were all good things. But if you say yes to something and you're successful, you're going to get asked to do some other things and another thing and another thing, and you can't just keep saying yes to all those things, even though they're good things. You can't do everything at once. You can't solve all the problems yourself. One of the things that you know, if you follow this channel, that I've been involved in quite a bit is the Phoenix House. That's the nonprofit organization here in Oklahoma City that provides a transitional living facility for male homeless veterans. And 22 beds, great staff, just a small staff. I've been on the staff before, board of directors member, volunteering quite a bit now and in the past. And I know you probably remember on the channel that I talked about getting a grant for the house to refurbish the physical plant and the aesthetics of the place. It's a 100-year-old house. 100 years takes a lot of toll. One of the biggest challenges, we've got 4 heat and air units that are obsolete. It can't even recharge the air conditioning because it requires Freon, which is illegal, as you know, or probably know. And it's a ghastly, huge expense to cool, especially the upstairs where the residents are, 22 beds up there, and to cool those 10 rooms with window air units is just a ghastly expense that just we can't afford, especially with inflation this past year or so. It's just gotten to be out of hand. Here we are again in another cooling season. We got to get to at least those 2 upstairs units replaced. What happened to the grant? Well, the city decided to give the $14 million to some other nonprofits. It didn't include things like physical plants, so that money wasn't available. The federal budget was delayed 6 months. That was part of it, because that usually includes Community Development Block Grant, and that's the program that would allow for something like a physical plant upgrade to our house. Federal budget's been passed. There is some CDBG money in that budget. I don't know if the city's gotten any yet. I've reached out to the city planners. They're going to get back to me, hopefully towards the end of this fiscal year, which of course ends in September. There will be some money, but right now there's not. We're going to have to get through this cooling season, with, on our own. I've reached out to a major manufacturer of cooling and heat units, and they've agreed to help us out. We're going to help provide some of the equipment if we use local distributor and the local distributor's installers. I'm about halfway to, a little more than halfway. I've got about $2,000 left to the money that we need to at least address the upstairs cooling situation of the house. So that's one of the things that I'm being hypocritical now, that I've not been, really great about being balanced. I've spent a lot of time raising money, reaching out now to my subscribers on the channel, to friends of the channel. I'll put the link down in the description with where you can send donations. Hope that you'll do that. Every little bit helps. But that's what I've been working a lot on, and it's been to the detriment of this channel. It's been to the detriment of the book. It's an important activity, but it really kind of brought to mind this issue of balance in life. And I thought it a great topic for the first Momentarily Mental segment, because I've kind of gone momentarily mental a little bit with throwing all my resources into that activity. As important as it is, there's others that can help. We made a bigger appeal to the board members to help out, and to some of our other corporate donors and such. So we've gotten quite a bit accomplished there. Wrapping that activity up now and getting back into the book, back into the channel, back into family, back into faith, back into better physical health, back into better mental health. Got my hat on that says positive vibes. My shirt says hope. I hope you are a positive person today. Hope this has made a positive difference for you. And hope that you'll subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. Share this content if you think it'll help somebody else. Tell them about the channel. We're going to have some exciting things coming up, some great interviews, and some neat stuff. So ring the bell. That'll get you updates automatically to new content. And I'll look forward to a great rest of the year, second half of the year with you here on the TwoBagsFull channel. Thanks for your support. Appreciate all those who've reached out to me and checked on me, asked me about the book, asked me about the channel. I've skulked a little bit around Mover's channel, sometimes in the chat, and chatted with a few folks. Want to thank Vicki Hauser, especially, being a great friend. I've not been the best friend back, as I've been occupied with these other things. No excuse. But Vicky's a wonderful supporter of the channel and has become a good friend, and I want to take a shout out to her here on this episode as well. So once again, thanks for your support. Thanks for listening tonight. Hope this has helped you. Send it on to somebody. Maybe it'll help them. And I'll see you again soon. Take care. God bless.